What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the sort of a DFS recap. Week 4. I'm Alex Hooper, joined by Tom Stoss. Buddy, we probably could have done this last night. Forgot that there wasn't anything going on today, and here we are covering 2 days a day later. But there's literally one contest in the DraftKings lobby as we record this, and that's on the 24th. That's 15 days from now. So we couldn't even spend time prognosticating about lineups if we wanted to fill time. Not that that's our issue.
Well, I really wanted to. I was itching to get at it, and then I realized that was the 24th. So I gotta bury it down.
I got some tickets to that, so they're burning a hole in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
I might need you to send me lineups because I might be at work and it could be ugly. You might.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I'll throw some your way. Yeah.
I'll get you a consultant's fee if we take down that 20,000 in Champions League.
Oh, all right. I'll work for that. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Let's start with Saturday. We only had Saturday, Sunday. Did we have a Friday?
I think we did. Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Am I just being lazy? I didn't even pull those up.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll kick it to you at some point. You can talk about whatever, and I can pull up Friday's matches. So.
It was a good day for me, so I think I could work with it a little bit.
All right, I'll do better. Again, I was at work today, and I screwed this up. So we're going to start with Saturday because we're great at this. We played each other again on Saturday. We didn't on Sunday. So let's just take a look at our lineups. Of course, we're working off a lot of the same information here, and we had 3 differences. That's pretty decent for us. We both had Bowen, Ziyech, Harrison, Lowe, Dallas, and then we were different from there. I guess we'll go through each one and talk about from the top. Jared Bowen was he might have been the first guy in my lineup just because no Mikel Antonio for West Ham. They were playing Fulham, set share, so on. And he's been bad. He's just not been good at all. He's not been our Jared Bowen of the past. Shot on goal, 4 shots, only 4 crosses, foul drawn, whatever.
This is a rough day for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a tough one, but this is a tough. Yeah, that outside of this lineup, I could have done better, but in the cash lineup, I don't know. Bowen was kind of one of my bright spots in terms of pricing and whatnot. So this is a tough day for me.
Yeah, we'll take a look at. I think I just played a $5 double up. Played mostly head-to-heads this weekend like I have been. So we'll look at some ownership there and see what the others were doing. But just take a look at the rest of our lineup. Ziyech went off again, 2 assists. Even if he's not on sets for Chelsea, if they do well, it seems to go through him. So that's all right. I'm going to keep playing him even though he doesn't necessarily have a floor. 6 crosses, 4 fouls drawn, 6 shot attempts, or no, shots assisted rather. He had 3 shots, 6 shots assisted. So, he's still making key passes. So maybe that is a floor. Jack Harrison was real bad in the first half. I had him captain and showdown in some head-to-heads, and that just didn't do much for me. We'll get back to that Leeds match because that was tilting for me. We both went with the same fullbacks. Lowe was a punt, $2,600 fullback. Yeah, I'll take under 4 points for that. Stuart Dallas, though, very shapeless Leeds formation. He's kind of like a center in hockey. He just goes wherever he wants. Doesn't get too far forward, but, he's normally a fullback, but he's kind of playing an advanced midfield role. And I didn't watch that match terribly close. There's a lot of other stuff going on Saturday. And I didn't really see what happened, but that was a down performance from him. I can't really prognosticate too much on his future by looking at it. And then, all right, so those are the guys we had.
Real quick about Dallas. They kept coming up through that Alioski guy a lot. I don't know, I feel like Dallas would get it on every once in a while, and Leeds were sloppy. They were really, really sloppy.
You up 4 to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, they sure did. And it was just everyone was just doing wild crosses, wild passes all over the place. I think after a while they just sort of eased off on Dallas being the guy that they would move up the field through. And Alioski, I think, outperformed him by a point or two.
Alioski's been good.
Yeah.
He's been good, and especially for his price point. I would have, in retrospect, I should have realized that. Because I played him the one or two other times that he's played, and he produces. He sticks to more of a traditional role, I think. And Luke Ayling's again kind of that amorphous position where he's kind of a right back, but he's also kind of a center back and also floats. So yeah, Leeds is tough to get a read on, especially when they get blasted by Palace. That's just they've been
Yeah, I
good.
feel like we need to like see them how they pan out a little bit. I feel like this is kind of weird, but like their punts are safer than going for the bigger money guys. Like they seem to be pretty productive in terms of their lower salary defenders and whatnot.
Right. I'd rather go back to Stuart Dallas before I go to the guy who really drove me nuts, and that was Bamford. Who, I mean, he had one other shot, so he almost had what Gator guy calls the Cavani: one goal, one shot on goal, one goal, and then nothing else. He had the 14 accurate passes, but I don't think we care about that. He should have had 2 goals.
Yeah.
One of a few just egregious VAR calls. We keep talking about egregious VAR calls, and that one was probably the worst. That was the hand one, right? That was where he was just pointing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ruining the sport. As someone who was like new to the sport and fell in love with it, to say like it's ruining the sport, I think that's okay for lifers to say like haphazardly. And I'm not necessarily but like it's really putting a damper on my enjoyment of the sport. It's really changing it. I don't think that things need to be reviewed as closely as there's a purpose to the reviews, and this ain't it. And we're not talking about anything new here, but
yeah, there's a million things that can go one way or the other in a match that just go that way. And then if someone's sticking their hand out, now you get all 100% scrutiny on it, and you're gonna really mess with the integrity of the game. Yeah, that sounded good, by the way. Integrity of the game. Now I sounded like a lifer too.
There you go. It's different in American football, where like American football is event driven, where touchdowns are a huge share of scoring, and one thing happens that doesn't result in a touchdown, that's fine. But like the only things that really get changed by VAR, it seems, are occasionally cards, which can have a big difference, but like generally you can hash things out with foul. But taking away goals, like that changes the entire construction of the game, and it's bad. It's getting to a bad. I can't believe they haven't done something already. I can't believe they're letting it get to this point, but here we are. All right, I'm gonna run through the rest of my lineup really quick because I got lucky as hell. You should have beat me. I don't know. Have you beat me yet?
There was a couple times I think on no. Let's say no. I got close, but no.
You should have beat me this time because, again, you should have had 2 goals from Bamford. That would have put you at 25, and then you would have beat me. And I got a garbage goal from Timo Werner at the off. Your goalie was better than mine.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Finally.
And you paid down to do it, which you should get bonus points for that. And then I got that garbage Sander Berge assist. It's like everyone in the world was like, yeah, you can just play Mendy because they're not going to score. And I had we knew we were going to come to this point, and I can't remember his name. The really cheap dude from Sheffield who always takes sets, and he's always really cheap, and whatever his name was. I've played him so many times, I don't know his name. And I had him. He didn't start, so I was like, this is all I can do. Unless I want to go down from Mendy to Ramsdale at goalie, which I can't imagine Ramsdale did that much worse, but I probably wouldn't have recouped those points, and especially with the assists. So I got hella lucky on that one. And so you went Bamford, Areola, and Cordova. You went 3 Fulham guys? No, sorry, 3 promoted guys.
Yeah.
What went through your mind when you went with those 3?
I don't know. I expected Bamford to. Well, he almost did pull ahead with that second goal, so it almost paid off. But I expected him to, I don't know, to do something more versus Crystal Palace. And then Cordova Reed was sort of. I kind of wanted to see if he could roll with his like performance from the last match, which was kind of like a surprising turn from him, and you could pick better on that. Wait, who else was the last one? Sorry about that.
Ariel.
Yeah. I have a real draw towards crossing my fingers and praying on these really cheap guys. It's worked out like probably 50% of the time, so it kind of helps for me just to like sometimes I'll pick that cheapest guy first and then see how the money lines up the rest of the time through. It works enough. It drives me crazy when it doesn't, but when it works, it's like I'm glad I went with him. And like sometimes a guy can get blown out and still come away with 8 points, sometimes 10. They didn't get blown out, but that's
Right.
respectable.
But yeah, I mean, he doesn't give up that one goal. You get another save, that's 2 more points, and then you get the win, or you at least get the clean sheet, and you're looking at 17. So yeah, you did the right thing, and I didn't, and I just got lucky. You'll get your variance.
This was kind of a throwaway too, because I did play Mendy thinking that was the smart choice in other places, and it backfired.
You didn't have to admit it.
Well, I had to. No, I got to be honest. Come on, man.
All right, biggest pat on the back, biggest regret from this slate.
This slate, I'm thinking my pat on the back here is running through his ZH. I don't know. It probably didn't do me any favors anywhere else I played him because he's probably well selected, but I don't know. I feel like that's the way to go for Chelsea from here on out. My regret has got to be it is Dallas. It's Dallas. I got way too excited seeing him that far upfield on the lineups, and someone else could have slotted in better there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of this from like an approach, a process over results. I think my process was fine.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. I can't say I regret Mendy, but
yeah.
My pat on the back, I'm going to say Ziyech again, just because I'll ride with him. I don't know how many people who don't really follow soccer knew just how good this dude was until he got there, and his price is going to keep going up, and so is his ownership. And I'm going to miss these days where he's producing, because I know I'm going to pick him again when he's like 10-1 on a slate or something stupid where I shouldn't pick him, and then he's going to put up like 3 points. Yeah. My biggest regret, it's Dallas, because I could have gone anywhere there. My biggest regret was not playing Alioski and taking that salary elsewhere. So I'll go with that. And then, all right, let's look at some cash lineups from – look how great I did. 21st. Yeah. Let's take a look at the winning cash lineup in this $5 from Moneyball, who's fantastic. He went with Alioski. He was able to get up to James. Cresswell. I had Cresswell in my holder.
That's right.
I had him there. And I know, again, I'll go 8.8% owned. He was right there. Maybe that's my regret. I didn't go Alioski and Cresswell like I probably should have. I at least know I had Cresswell, so whatever. Souček, again, we were talking about him before we started recording. Blender talked about Souček relative to the other people at his price point. I don't remember who else was at that price point that he was discussing, but he said on the pod, the RotoWire pod, that you might as well just play Souček at that price, and then he goes and scores in the 88th minute, and I just laughed.
You think that's like a throwaway, or does he have like? How do you get an idea of guys like this who can? Was it a good guess? I would love to know.
Well, I mean, in cash, like I think a lot of times in these cash games in EPL, especially, like you almost want to go 3 defenders more times than not. You don't have to, and in GPPs you probably don't want to. But in cash, like there are enough good fullbacks in the Premier League where you can grab 3 of them, and then you're paying $5,500 for Cresswell, who again he didn't score. Even without the clean sheet, he had 15. Like you can find these guys, so you save salary there by going with a fullback, because fullbacks are what's the most expensive fullback you ever seen? Like 81, and that's very, very rare. That's like Joshua Kimmich levels, and he doesn't get to play defender anymore. But so like you can find value by doing that. We had 3 of the same guys in here up front, and he just got that Souček goal, which that put him over the top. But Moneyball's still cashing with this lineup because he was smart about going for those fullbacks. Whereas again, I don't remember what did I do with that third. I went up to Harrison. Who look at the ownership of my team too. 73.5, 91.2, 76.5, 67.7, 55.9. Like we just talked about leverage. I didn't leverage a damn thing. My low-owned guys put up a total of 14 points, and one was a completely lucky assist. Like, I didn't do much here. Let's take a look at Narikoff. Same-ish sort of build. Yeah, see, went with one of the West Ham fullbacks, Alioski James, very smart defender, pairing, and Klitsch from Leeds. He is getting some sets now, so he's a guy you have to pay attention to, and he's on PKs, I think, still.
Who's taking him? Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for him. His price is great. Yeah, hold on. If they can stabilize somewhere, I would love to rely on some of those guys.
Right. All right, take a look at Pew. Yeah, same front two. Cresswell, James, Ariola, Tendrils. Same lineup as me, except he went Alioski instead and went up to Suchek.
Yeah.
And that was enough to get him into the cash line. So, all right. Well, that's Saturday. Not doing a great job on staying under time, like you said. But let's move to Sunday. We didn't play each other on Sunday as I'm making everyone watch this load on my super slow internet. This is what happens. Was this Saturday?
No, this is just the one we. No, the Saturday was this is Saturday.
Yes. So this was a GPP that I finished 18th in just by going to Chilwell and James and Suchek. I did play him.
Yeah. There, okay.
Thanks, Blender.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is I won 15. This must be like a $4 or something like that. So. Cool. I got that one. All right. Let's move on to Sunday. Like I said I would. I did all right. This is the $25 double up. So you got some big names in here. At least a couple. Moneyball, Pew, Abasso, Quagmire, and Ty. Let's look at my lineup really quick. Then I'll ask you about yours. I got a lot of sets, man. Neto, De Bruyne, and Madison. That was simple. Then got both Liverpool set guys. Ait Nori from Wolves didn't do much for me. Jota didn't really – he justified a punt. Yeah, this kind of just crappy slate. I'm interested to see what else – who else other people had here because, it's not like – again, I didn't leverage anything by going with Neto, De Bruyne, or Madison. Everyone had KDB. TAA was 63.6. Robertson was only 27.3 but didn't do anything. I had Jao Cancelo in there and changed him late. Tricio didn't do much. It just looks – I guess when there's a 3-goal slate, you don't necessarily need the goals. That's what I'll take from this.
It's kind of funny looking at it because I feel like you didn't spend – I guess it's De Bruyne and Neto are pulling in a lot. Yeah. What was Salah like in this group? I kind of expected to see that.
Someone's got it. Ty's got to have him, right?
No. Huh.
Jeez.
Yeah, this was a weird morning. We didn't coordinate at all beforehand.
Right. So there was one of the few. Yeah, man.
So it was just who else did well for me?
10 points clear. He got the Jesus goal. He had De Bruyne. Just stacked City. At least the forwards, which is smart. Tielemans doesn't on sets, so I would not pay. The pricing was very liberal here.
Yeah.
Anytime De Bruyne is under 10, you have a weird slate. And when you consider what some of the other, Madison was super low, even though he's been subbing off.
Yeah.
Justin was in the back three, I believe. No, he wasn't. Sorry, he was not this time. Okay. I was thinking about someone else. No, he was a must play, and I don't know that I played him. He's at least a must play in the showdown, but Schmeichel gets a clean sheet. Yeah, I don't know. Weird one, man. Let's look at Quagmire, Neto, Podence, just a little wolf stack. You got Madison, Justin. Pretty straight. Abasso, punted. Firmino instead. Neto, De Bruyne, Madison, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson. Gundogan didn't do much. Patricio didn't do much. Yeah, so, whatever. I'm just interested to see what other people did. This is almost the same as mine, except, yeah, this is literally the same lineup as me from Pew, except goalie. That's the second time that's happened. That's the second time I've finished ahead of Pew, just because there's a difference in our goalies, which makes me feel pretty good, but also not really beating them. Baron Torres, I get it. I almost played him. Yeah, I mean, not a lot to leverage here. What did your Sunday lineup look like?
It's killing me looking at some of these scores because I did cash on the one, only one. I think I got it in the time after I got some extra points there and it saved me. But I had Neto, I had played Jota, De Bruyne, and then I had Salah. TAA, it was like I had him in there, and that kind of lost out on some of those points because of his 4-week injury, something like that.
Yeah.
That's well, I guess it makes choosing a little easier between their guys now. But I punted Joe Gomez because I thought that they would hold it down there. Patricio, and then I had T. Elements in there. I did pretty good. I got like 72 points on that one. It's kind of funny comparing it to that because it was there were a lot of 60s.
Was that more than I had?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You beat me?
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't know if I would have done this one because I like to play around in our heads, head-to-heads a little bit. But
right.
Yeah, this was a sleepy day, and I was a couple guys negative there for a little bit, which was killing me.
Yeah. Not bad. See, you did beat me. I'll give you that one. Just because you missed lock. That's fine. Let's go to Friday where you didn't beat me.
Oh yeah, right.
Because you played Neil Maupay.
Sure did. That was
the decision of the slate. Sorry, everybody, we're moving around so weirdly, but we got to go back to this because I forgot about it. Man, I played Che Adams in every – I played him in Interleague. I played him in Showdown. I played him in Classic. I made a lot of money that day.
Yeah. He came through in a GPP for me, so I can't be too mad about the Mope thing. That's my best showing ever. So I'm glad to have played Che Adams, but yeah, Neil, no more Neil. He's in my whatever my bad list. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, thank you.
He was in Graham Potter's doghouse. This was his first match back from being dropped because he got into a fight with a teammate.
Okay.
I would have fought him after that match.
I knew it was something he was out for. If I'd known it was that, I should have looked into it.
You were ready to fight him on Friday.
I want international action on this. I want him done.
Wants to take out his knees or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fly over the pond during a pandemic. Just get revenge. People are weird about fantasy. I wouldn't be surprised if someone took that as an actual threat. It's not going to happen. All right, let's run down this lineup and let's get out of here. So you looked at this. Newcastle sucks. Brighton sucks. Burnley really sucks. Southampton was top of the table after they won this.
That's
so they're
right.
the only team really worth a damn. So like naturally with Ings out, if Ings was in, I mean his ownership would have been 90%.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was because I didn't pull up Friday like the rest of the classics. But Che Adams wasn't that owned because he's not been that good when he's been on the pitch. So I ran with him, man, and he got that goal quick, and I just went along with my day. I was like, all right, cool. So I paired him with Ward-Prowse. Went a lot of Burnley defense because their defense is good at least. Their offense is just – their attack is just absolutely horrible. I got super lucky with Theo Walcott. I did really like him when I was looking at the attacking options and the floor that he's put up. He's done really well. So I felt good about that play. So the fact that he assisted it early on, again, I just got on with my day. And I'm glad I bet on the Burnley defense too. This was – I don't know if this was the nuts on Classic, but I did pretty well, and I was really happy with it. Had on the back, Adams or Walcott. Adams wasn't that big a stretch. I'll go with Walcott. I was happy with that. It gave me 14.5. Biggest regret? I don't have one. Barkowski, but he was to fit other guys. He was specifically to fit Walcott, so I can't
Yeah, right.
say that I regret it.
Yeah, like if you had to like, Ben Eric had a really solid day, so like that's like I don't know what other better move there was.
I told you, man. Like I like him. You showed me your lineup a little bit beforehand, your holder, and I told you I really like him as a defender. He's got as far as a punt center back. Yeah, as far as they go, like he's solid. I like him a lot. I had him in my winning lineup. Not winning. I didn't win. I got second, but I won $7,500. So he was in that lineup.
That's a win. Yeah, that's fine.
I won a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, what was your biggest regret on Friday?
We don't even. It's that big stupid name up top with that big figure for terrible results. That's that Neil Mopay fella. He has to climb back up out of this hole before I ever trust him again. Let's just say that.
Anything you're happy about in that lineup?
I'm happy about Ben Eric. That was I love finding those guys that you can. That it's just nice to have that in your back pocket instead of scrambling around for who am I going to drop less than 3,500 on. It's nice to have that guy. His price will probably go up, but
and still center back.
Yeah, it's nice.
Just watch how high he goes. Just pay attention. If he goes to like 3.5 and you got a better option, that precludes you from picking him. Like again, he's 32. Like you don't got to worry about it. I wouldn't love playing center backs the whole time, especially like on a slate like this where you can get fullback for 4,000. But I took Tarkowski at 34. I would have rather had Ben Eric. So
yeah, right.
There you go.
Yeah, pretty sleepy day, but some of those defensive picks worked out. So I am learning. That's my other thing. Besides, don't look back in anger. Hey, I'm learning. That's what I'm doing.
You're coming along, man.
Yeah,
you've done really well.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get you to win a GPP sooner or later, even if it's a quarter or dime jukebox.
It's the winning is nice as long as I'm like coming through positive a little bit. A little fun tip: the showdowns, if you're having a bad day and you don't go a little too crazy, those can really make up for some losses. I think I saved my butt every day this weekend off of showdowns.
Showdowns are tough. If you keep playing them, you'll find like one little thing goes wrong and it's out the door. I hate it.
I've gotten lucky. I'll say that.
I also love it. Yeah, it's DFS. All right. Well, again, we don't know. I assume we'll be back. I assume we'll have some Nations League this weekend. Team USA plays, I think, Thursday and Monday, so I don't know that we'll get any slates there, but maybe not on the podcast at least.
Yeah, right.
But we'll see what we got this weekend. We don't know. We truly don't know, so it's a mystery to both of us. But, all right, man. We're getting there.
I know. I had a good weekend. Otherwise, it was a really Saturday was a really, really bad showing. But I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
Good deal. All right. I hope y'all are having fun. I hope y'all are still here. If you made it back for the fourth consecutive week, you're rock.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Follow me on Twitter at Lex Hooper. I haven't been plugging that. I need to put that on our name cards. Also, I need to change your name in posts to the Pascal Gross double S.
You don't see that enough for German immigrants. So why didn't they bring that through? Because it looks like a B, maybe, but it's ethnic. It's cool. It's double S. Respect my heritage.
I got to do that in post. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will maybe catch you next week. If not, we'll catch you in 2 weeks when the Premier League is back. I think we got some big matches. So cool. It'll be fun to cover. All right. Until next time, I'm Alex. He's Tom. See you.